I've had a fantastic experience with gyms. Since I've started, I have actually got two of my close friends who have left what they were doing and started, not test and tag, but started a gyms franchise, purely because I just have only good things to say about it. Honestly, it's been a fantastic experience. Yeah, it's good. I love the support and the backing that they give you. So I am happy to work on my own. But then if I run into a bit of an issue on a job or a big job, I like having that backing of the other gyms guys. We've got a pretty good camaraderie. So we call each other a lot and help each other out, which is something that I really enjoy. So I encourage anybody to jump into gyms.
Welcome to the Gyms Podcast. I'm your host, Joel Kleber, and this podcast is designed to share stories of our franchisees, franchisors, Jim himself, and other members of the Gyms family that we think you might find interesting. If you are researching our brand, we've got a previous back catalogue. There's so many great episodes that you can find online. And if you do like what you hear, please make sure you leave us a thumbs up on YouTube if you're watching, or online as well. We really do appreciate the support. Without further ado, here's today's episode.
So we're here with Robert Hanna from Gyms Test and Tag. So thank you for joining us today on the Gyms Podcast. And first of all, we're going to present you with the Accor Plus Silver membership, which is worth around $600, $700, I think, for being a star franchisee. So first of all, Robert, do you want to start off with a bit about yourself and what were you doing prior to Gyms Test and Tag?
So I was a carpenter actually prior to joining Gyms Test and Tag. Yeah, injured my back slightly, doing a bit of heavy lifting. And I was just looking for something that would maintain sort of my family's lifestyle and flexibility. And yeah, sort of stumbled on gyms and haven't looked back since.
Yeah, what was it about Test and Tag that intrigued you? Was it because you had an injury where you thought Test and Tag might be a bit easier to do, or what was it about Test and Tag?
I'm not an office worker. I can't just sit in an office all day. I like to be out and about, speaking to people. It's very... there's a lot of variety in the job as well. So every day I'm doing something different. So some days are Test and Tag, other days I'm doing fire. It's good variety. It gets me out and about.
And did you come to do the training in Melbourne, did you?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Yeah, and how did you find that experience?
It was great. It was great. A lot of the guys I met on the at the training, I still network with now. They're from Brisbane and Melbourne. They ring me up and give me work, and we still communicate. So that was a fantastic experience.
That's fantastic. Now, with the franchise, is there anything in particular with doing it that you've found that's surprised you in regards to maybe has it been the type of work you enjoy doing, or has it been the lifestyle? What have you found about doing it? Look,
in terms of the lifestyle, so flexibility for my family, it's been amazing. My wife's working full time. I've got two young kids, and the flexibility has been fantastic. Yeah, it's been great. It has actually been great. I have nothing negative to say. The whole gyms process in terms of the support as well has been absolutely fantastic.
Now, I think is your franchisor Brendan and Ford up there?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And what sort of support do they provide you? What sort of other support are you getting from other people?
Brendan has been fantastic. Honestly, I'd have to say he really has helped me so much. The support that he's given me has been absolutely second to none. So I couldn't have done it without him. He's absolutely real hands-on, very knowledgeable guy, happy to go out of his way for me all the time. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Now, Robert, in your business, what sort of jobs are you doing? What type of clients do you do work for? Maybe you want to tell people a bit about what you do.
I'm doing all different clients, and this is what I love about it as well. One day I'm test and tagging in a church. Another day I'm on a railway line doing test and tagging tools for the government side. So every day is completely different. So I love that variety. So it keeps you on your toes.
And with the services you do, is it just test and tag, or do you do other things as well?
No. So I do test and tag. We also do all the fire side as well. So we're a combination of test and tag and fire. So as I said, one day we'll test and tag. The next day I'm testing fire extinguishers, fire blankets, and hose reels. It's very interesting.
And do customers prefer using you because you can provide that one-stop solution, whereas they might have to go to sometimes businesses have to go to multiple providers to test and tag, then they can go to fire, whereas with you guys, they can get everything together in one hit.
Absolutely right. So we try to be that one-stop shop where we can service a lot of their safety requirements. They don't have to obviously pay us, and then they pay a fire guy to come out and pay his service fee and everything. So it's sort of that one-stop shop. We do everything for you. Saves them cost and saves them hassle dealing with multiple tradesmen.
Awesome. Now, with your training back obviously coming from being a chippy, you've done a 4-year apprenticeship, you've worked hard to do that. So how was the training for the test and tag component when you come here? I know you probably would have had a little bit of knowledge being on work, being on sites and stuff with Sparkies and all that sort of thing. So how is the actual training component for test and tag itself?
Oh, look, the test and tag training. So, I mean, it was, there's moments where you think, oh, geez, it's a little complicated, because you're doing things that you've never done before. But that's where gyms and the trainers were fantastic. So they really come together and help you out a lot. And the training was, I think, 2 weeks. So it's a fair bit of training. It's a lot to absorb, but they were really good about it. Really, really good. I didn't find this overwhelming.
And so I think people need to know with Jim's Test and Tag franchisees that the training you get's far more well and beyond than, I think Test and Tag is like a day course or a 2-day certificate some people can do, whereas you guys go completely above and beyond and you get taught a lot more than the standard, let's say, person who just decides to throw their hand at it.
That's correct, yeah. So that 1 day, I think it's a 1-day Test and Tag course, you can get your ticket. That's all good and well if you want to just go out and you get the ticket, but then to actually learn properly to use the machine to actually learn what you're doing. So I say you do learn a fair bit of components about electrical in general. So that's fantastic.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about your customer service standards. So you got a perfect star rating. I had a look in the system before, 5-star reviews, all that sort of stuff. So what do you do differently, or how have you maintained a perfect star rating with your clients?
I don't know. I think I just basically follow a bit of, just general common sense. So I call them up prior to going to the job. I do the job. I'm pretty courteous. Once I finish the job, I make sure they're happy before I leave. And I always do a follow-up because with Test and Tag, you go back to the same job over and over again. So I'm always calling them up, just seeing how they're traveling, if they need me to come back, making sure that's happy, happy clients.
Did you buy a new business, or did you buy a client base when you went into Jim's Test?
No, I just jumped in with no clients at all. So I started from zero.
And how was it building your business from zero? Like it's not like mowing where you're getting probably maybe 10 leads a day sometimes with mowing. So how did you go about building your business in the early days?
Just networking. So I started off, to be honest with you, I started walking the streets around my area. There was a lot of commercial, industrial, and just putting cards in letterboxes and flyers that Brendan had given me, and just trying to knock on doors and have a chat with people. And also just calling every person that I'd ever met in construction and all my friends and family and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. Just meeting up with them, giving them cards. There's a lot of people like Test and Tag. Oh, what's that? So just networking with people, and it's really helped me. My business has grown significantly because of that.
Yeah, how long did it take you to build up to, like, say, like a full-time, or to where you got your income previously from previous work? How long did it take you?
Look, the first few months are obviously going to be slow in any business. So I'd say, the first, 3 months was a bit slow, but it's expected. And then after that, it's been fantastic. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm so busy at the moment. I'm knocking back work. I'm ringing other gyms guys. Can you help me out? I need someone to do a job for. So it's been great.
That's fantastic to hear. I love to share Test and Tag. Like, as you would obviously know, it's something where you can't sit on your hands and just think gyms leads are going to come in and give you all the work. You've got to do the graft, which you've done. You've gone out and done all that local area marketing stuff.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, look, we do get a fair few leads, to be honest. Their gyms is great with their marketing. So we do get a fair few leads, but you can't rely on that. As you said, you've got to get out there. You've got to get your name out there and just network.
And what type of person do you think suits Jim's Test and Tag from knowing other franchisees? What qualities or characteristics do you think make a good franchisee?
I think you need to be a people person straight away. So I could talk to anyone. I love to have a good conversation. So you've got to be able to talk to people and just connect with people. So when I go to quote a job, I'll have a good chat with them. There's a good chance I'm going to get the job over somebody who just wants to quote over the phone and is not really a talker. So you need to be good communication. I think you need to be motivated, like we said, get out there, not just sit and wait for the phone to ring.
And what's your key to having, let's say, it might sound basic, it probably is basic for you, but when you go and meet a client for the first time, what are you doing? Is there something where you're noticing something about their business and asking questions about the business, or what are you doing to try and build that relationship?
Actually, trying to engage conversation is very important, I think, to build that rapport with somebody. So you try and engage conversation with them, ask them about what they do. I go to a lot of factories and I go, wow, what do you do here? What's that machine? I look and go, I have no idea what that is. So just engaging them in conversation, breaking that ice barrier and sort of, communicating with people is very important.
And what's your plan for your businesses moving forward, Robert? So you're knocking back work. So are you planning to grow, or you just like doing what your level is doing, or what do you hope to do?
I'm very comfortable with where the business is at the moment. So I'm busy, very, very busy myself, but it still gives me time to spend time, drop off kids, pick up kids, help my wife out, and just do the general, dad stuff. So I'm very comfortable with where I'm at the moment.
Now, what's some common problems or mistakes that businesses might make regarding their testing and tagging? Like, is there something where they just give it to someone internal to do who doesn't know what they're doing? Or what's some things that you find when you come into businesses?
Yeah, I actually just recently took over Test and Tag from a big construction company that they were doing it themselves in-house. They had a little machine and they had one guy there who'd done the 1-day course. And they've recently discovered that it wasn't being done properly in a very large construction company. Hence why they've now given all their work to me, and I go in there, I'm taking all their tags off and re-tagging things properly. I can see the errors that they've made, and I think it's a bit of a conflict of interest. So they didn't, they wanted to outsource the safety compliance. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a common thing. I've interviewed some test and tag guys in Melbourne, the same thing. Yeah, they try and get someone internal to do it, or it just doesn't work out. It's a big risk for them. So, look, is there anything before we end today, Robert, that, about gyms or someone's thinking about doing it? What would you say to them?
I've had a fantastic experience with gyms. Since I've started, I have actually got two of my close friends who have left what they were doing and started not test and tag, but started a gyms franchise, purely because I just have only good things to say about it. Honestly, it's been a fantastic experience. Yeah, it's good. I love the support and the backing that they give you. So I am happy to work on my own. But then if I run into a bit of an issue on a job or a big job, I like having that backing of the other gyms guys. We've got a pretty good camaraderie. So we call each other a lot and help each other out, which is something that I really enjoy. But it's been a fantastic experience. I encourage anybody to jump into gyms. Yeah.
Awesome. No worries, Robert. Well, on behalf of Gyms Group, we'll give you this silver membership. Takes around 5 days to get to you via email. So create an account via email. It's 2 nights at any hotel and a bunch of discounts and stuff. So hopefully you and the partner can go out and have a couple of nights out.
Enjoy that, mate. Thank you very much.
No worries, Robert. Thank you for joining us today, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks, mate. Afternoon. Thank you,
Robert.
Cheers.
See you, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the episode of the Gyms Podcast. If you want to learn more about the Gyms Group, head to gyms.net or call us on 131 546 Australia or 0800 454 654 New Zealand. And if you did like the episode as well, please make sure you leave a review or a comment or a thumbs up or a comment on the video as well. We appreciate your support. And until next episode, we hope you have a great week.